In the very cradle of human civilization, where the river Nile has blessed the land with life for thousands of years, there is a country that has left an everlasting impression on the world. Through its magnificent pyramids and enigmatic pharaohs, this is Egypt, a land steeped in history and mystery, where the echoes of ancient traditions still resonate today. In this video, we will take you on a captivating journey through the annals of time, exploring how Egypt has evolved from its glorious past to the present day. Join us as we uncover the secrets of this timeless nation and witness the enduring legacy of the pharaohs. Welcome to our channel. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to get notified of new videos. The civilization of ancient Egypt is considered one of the oldest and most influential in history. From around 3100 BC until the last pharaoh was overthrown in 30 BC, Egypt was ruled by a series of powerful kings known as pharaohs. During their reign, the Egyptians constructed some of the most iconic structures ever built, including the pyramids of Giza, which are still standing today. They also developed a sophisticated writing system known as hieroglyphics, which allowed them to record their history and culture for posterity. However, the Egyptian civilization did not exist in a vacuum. It was deeply influenced by the cultures and empires that surrounded it, such as the Greeks and Romans. In this light, let's start our story. Let's start with the rule of the pharaohs. The first pharaoh was King Minos, who united Upper and Lower Egypt around 3100 BC. Over the next 3 millennia, Egypt was ruled by a succession of dynasties, each with its own unique contributions to the country's history and culture. The Old Kingdom saw the construction of the first pyramids and the rise of Memphis as a center of trade and culture. The Middle Kingdom was a period of relative stability and prosperity, while the New Kingdom was marked by the expansion of Egyptian territory into the Levant and Nubia. Some of the most famous pharaohs of the New Kingdom include Ramesses II, Akhenaten, Tutankhamun, and Cleopatra. Now let's talk about the pyramids. The pyramids of Egypt are among the most recognizable structures in the world. They were originally built as tombs for the pharaohs and their consorts, but they also served as a symbol of the pharaoh's power and wealth. The largest and most famous pyramid is the Great Pyramid of Giza, which was built around 2560 BC as a tribute to Khufu. It is the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Other notable pyramids include those of Khafre, Menkaure, and the Black Pyramid of Dashur. They are a testament to the engineering skills of the ancient Egyptians. Hieroglyphic writing is a system of picture symbols used by the ancient Egyptians to record their language. It is considered one of the first true writing systems ever developed. Hieroglyphics were used to write on papyrus, stone, and other materials. They were used to record a wide range of topics, including religious texts, historical accounts, and literary works. The Rosetta Stone, which was discovered in 1799, provided the key to deciphering hieroglyphics. Keep watching to find out what happened after the fall of the last pharaoh. The ancient Egyptian civilization was eventually conquered by outside forces, including the Greeks and Romans. Alexander the Great conquered Egypt in 332 BC and made it part of his empire. After his death, Egypt came under the rule of the Ptolemaic dynasty, which was of Greek origin. The last pharaoh of Egypt was Cleopatra, who ruled from 51 to 30 BC. She was defeated by the Roman general Octavian, who became the first emperor of Rome. Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire and remained so for centuries. During the early centuries of Roman rule, Egypt was largely autonomous. But in the 4th century, it came under the direct control of the Roman emperors. In the late 4th century, Egypt was converted to Christianity and became a center of the new faith. However, the Roman occupation of Egypt did not last forever. In the 7th century, Egypt was conquered by Arab armies and became part of the Islamic world. As the Arab armies spread across North Africa, they brought with them the message of Islam. By the 7th century, most of Egypt had converted to Islam, and Arabic became the dominant language. This period of Arabization led to significant cultural changes in Egypt. Arabic architecture, art and literature flourished, and many mosques, madrasas, and public baths were built. Egypt became a center of Islamic scholarship, and many famous Islamic scholars lived and worked there. Despite these changes, Egypt continued to be an important center of trade and culture. The city of Cairo became one of the most important cities in the Islamic world, and it remains the capital of Egypt today. The Arab Spring of 2011 was a series of political upheavals that took place across the Middle East and North Africa. In Egypt, the protests began in January 2011 and quickly escalated into a full-blown revolution. The people of Egypt were protesting against the regime of Hosni Mubarak, who had been in power since 1981. The protests were part of a broader movement across the region aimed at promoting democracy, human rights, and an end to authoritarian rule. On February 11, 2011, after 18 days of protests, Hosni Mubarak resigned from office, ending his 30-year reign. The Egyptian military took control of the country, and a transitional government was established. The following year saw a series of political and social changes in Egypt, including the adoption of a new constitution, the election of Mohamed Morsi as the first democratically elected president, and the overthrow of Morsi by the military in 2013. In 2014, the current president, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, was elected. His regime has been characterized by a crackdown on dissent and a restoration of stability and security. Now let's move on to the economic situation in Egypt today. The economy of Egypt is a mixed economy with both private and public sectors. Agriculture, industry, and services are the main sectors of the economy. Egypt is a major producer of crops such as wheat, rice, and maize. It also has a growing manufacturing sector with industries such as textiles, food processing, and automobiles. Tourism is also an important contributor to the Egyptian economy, although it has declined in recent years due to political instability and the COVID-19 pandemic. Egypt has a large workforce, but unemployment is a major issue, especially among young people. The government is working to create jobs through investment in infrastructure and the service sector. Egypt also has a large informal economy with many people engaged in small-scale businesses and trade. Egypt's geographical location has made it a hub for international shipping and trade. The Suez Canal, which passes through Egypt, is one of the most important waterways in the world. Egypt also has extensive gas and oil reserves in the Mediterranean Sea, making it an important player in the energy sector. However, Egypt faces several economic challenges, including high levels of foreign debt and a widening budget deficit. The government is taking steps to address these issues, such as by implementing austerity measures and attracting foreign investment. Regarding education, literacy rates in Egypt have been on the rise in recent years. The government has invested heavily in education and has made great strides in improving access to education for all Egyptians. There are a number of universities in Egypt, including the University of Cairo and the University of Alexandria, which are among the oldest and most prestigious universities in the Arab world. Women's rights in Egypt have also advanced in recent years. The government has taken steps to improve the status of women and has enacted laws to protect women from discrimination and violence. However, there is still a long way to go, and women continue to face challenges in areas such as employment and political participation. Moving on to the political situation in Egypt, the country has a long history of authoritarian rule. In recent years, however, there have been calls for greater democracy and human rights. The government has responded to these calls with a crackdown on dissent and a restoration of stability and security. Despite these challenges, there is hope for the future of democracy in Egypt. Civil society organizations are working to promote democracy and human rights, and the younger generation is becoming increasingly politically active. The foreign policy of Egypt is shaped by its strategic location and its relationship with other countries in the region. Egypt has good relations with Israel and the United States and plays an important role in the peace process between Israel and Palestine. Egypt also has close ties with Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. However, Egypt's relations with some of its neighbors are more complex. The construction of a new dam on the River Nile by Ethiopia has caused tensions between the two countries. Egypt has also been involved in the Syrian civil war and has supported the government of Bashar al-Assad. So that brings us to the question, what does the future hold for Egypt? The country faces several challenges, including climate change, population growth, and water scarcity. However, there are also opportunities for modernization and economic growth. Egypt's strategic location and its rich history make it a potential hub for international trade and tourism. With careful planning and management, Egypt can build on its strengths and overcome its challenges to create a better future for its people. We hope you enjoyed learning about the history and current state of Egypt. If you did, please leave a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos about the history of different countries. Thanks for watching.